I am almost 40 years old, and I was diagnosed with asthma when I was 2. It's a struggle. I was hospitalized over the holidays on prednisone, on lots of medication. I take Fordil inhaler. I take a Pulmicort inhaler, and usually the previous night I'm on Singular, so I take Singular every night. I had eczema all my life. When I was growing up, my parents would wrap my hands so that I couldn't scratch. I had it on my eyelids. I used to have injections in my eyelids. I had it on the backs of my knees. My mother has asthma. Both parents have hay fever or sinus infection. My grandmother had asthma. My husband has asthma, hay fever, and now my 2 kids have asthma. And both have eczema. My daughter has psoriasis. I do have a child with speech delay. I have always joked around that I was OCD or had OCD tendencies because I live with a calendar. I calendar everything. And I was a bit upset today because I came in without my calendar and realized that I'd left my calendar at home. I sleep pretty poorly. I usually go to sleep around 10, 11. Then I'll wake up at 2, and then I will do housework, do whatever I need to do around the house to fall back asleep. I'm a lawyer by training. Reading is tough. I'm usually reading things over.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to tell me, the story, just similar to what you're saying, but I want you to make sure that your eyes don't leave my face. Tell me about your husband's issues.
My husband. Oh, my husband. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. My husband has it's so hard. Oh, you're killing me.
You can't get through the story.
I know, because I can't focus.
Did it
I
again?
can't think.
Has anyone ever told you about your eye tracking issue?
No. So you think so?
You do it all the time.
I do.
Yeah. What's the most stressful thing you have going on in your head right now?
The fact that I'm going to pick up kids from school and my house is completely disastrous. Everything's brighter. I can see the finer details of your face. I breathe very well. And I can't believe how deep I'm breathing. I mean, the air is going really deep. It really is amazing. And I'm so calm about it all. I'm not freaking out or stressed out.
What about your planner?
No, I'm not stressed out about that. I've got one parent coming over when I pick up from school today, and I'm not stressed out that my house is completely trashed. No, I'm very calm about it all. It's amazing.
Have you ever felt
calm?
Yeah.
Never. Never. Not in 40 years.
And now?
A new beginning for me. I can already feel it. The depression had kicked in.
You're crying, but how do you feel?
I feel fantastic. I feel great. Really never felt better. I'm the type of body that every bone cracks, every ankles, shoulders, just everything pops all the time.
This popping of the joints and cracking of the knuckles I'm seeing more and more often in ADD and gut dysfunction. I recently read that the popping is actually gas being released from the cartilage. If bacteria and fungus is leaking out of the gut and landing on the joints, I'm thinking it might be causing the gas that creates this popping and this need to crack the knuckles. If that's the case, then lessening bacteria and fungus would lessen the popping and the need for cracking of the knuckles.
My father, being a doctor, took me to the University of Missouri Medical Center. It was part of research. I can't even tell you how many doctor's visits I went on. Just in this year alone, I've gone on 30.
If somebody would have said to you a week ago that you'd be able to go someplace and all of a sudden lose all of your symptoms for asthma, what would you think?
They were crazy. I feel great. I just cannot believe how deeply I'm able to breathe. mean, it feels very uncomfortable.
Right.
I mean, I'm one of those that constantly brushing my teeth, but still having bad breath. No amount of brushing helps. No amount of mouthwash helps. No
Right.
amount of gum. Just nothing. Nothing really works.
This was seemingly another case of where fungus and bacterial overgrowth from gut dysfunction was either triggering or participating in an autoimmune response that was perpetuating the asthma and potentially many of her other chronic complaints.
You don't realize, I can't imagine being able to breathe like this.
If you were to rate your stress level walking in, what was it?
Oh, 10.
And if you were to, what's your stress level now?
1. I'm really not worried about anything, which is so unlike me.
And if you were to rate how bad your asthma was when you walked in?
I'd just taken the meds, but I was still wheezing. So it was probably, the asthma was probably at a 6.
What level are you now?
I mean, I can breathe. I'm 1.
Have you ever been a 1 before?
Never. I've never been able to breathe. This is definitely life-altering for me.
So you went in the bathroom and you saw your face, and what was your first thought?
It's not red, but I always thought it was supposed to be that color. I feel great. I can't believe how well I can breathe. And I'm just excited. This is the new beginning for me. And I'm looking forward to it.